Imagine this. It is 2 million years ago, and you are standing in the middle of the dark African savanna. You have no weapons, absolutely no shelter, and glowing eyes in the pitch-black darkness are staring right at you, choosing you as their next meal. Does that sound terrifying? Well, it was the everyday reality for our ancestors. In fact, if we look at a 500,000-year-old hominin femur found in a cave in Morocco, the severe crush patterns perfectly match the bite force of a giant hyena. This bone is the ultimate physical proof that early humans were routinely tracked down, killed, and eaten alive by massive Ice Age carnivores.
Now, let us compare the biological traits of an early human to a terrifying predator like the saber-toothed cat. When it comes to bite force, sprint speed, or natural armor, the human is at an absolute zero. We had flat teeth, fragile bones that broke easily, and zero natural weapons. To make matters even worse, human babies compounded this extreme physical vulnerability. They were loud, completely defenseless, and required years of intensive care. This made any group of early humans an incredibly slow and highly attractive target for hungry beasts. Based on pure biology, our ancestors should have been nothing more than a brief, failed experiment in the Pleistocene epoch. We were literally built to be prey. But instead of going extinct, these weak, defenseless creatures did something extraordinary. They completely stopped competing on biological terms and hacked the entire evolutionary system. How exactly did they flip the food chain upside down?
The most pressing tactical problem was the night. In complete darkness, humans were trapped and entirely at the mercy of nocturnal hunters equipped with specialized night vision. The ultimate solution was the controlled use of fire. A central flame generates a glowing circular radius of light. To any predator, that glowing perimeter is a bright, scorching barrier they simply refuse to cross. Inside that boundary, humans finally experienced safety, and the constant pulse of panic subsided. Clinical neuroscience shows our nervous system has a flight or panic track. Shielded by the fire, early humans completely suppressed that instinct. They spent their nights mapping terrain and planning for the next day. Fire wasn't just for warmth. It acted as a massive cognitive incubator that gave the human brain the time it needed to organize.
So the night was conquered, but daylight presented a completely different equation. Early humans were incredibly slow. They couldn't outrun a massive threat, and they certainly couldn't sprint fast enough to catch fleeing prey. However, fast mammalian predators rely heavily on explosive, energy-draining sprints. That blinding speed comes with a severe biological cost. Their bodies heat up extremely rapidly, pushing them dangerously toward hypothermia or heat stroke if the chase goes on for too long. Humans, on the other hand, evolved a very strange but genius biomechanical workaround. Our bipedal stride, walking on 2 legs, is unbelievably energy efficient. Plus, our unique ability to sweat allows us to perfectly regulate our core body temperature while moving constantly under the blazing hot sun. If you look at the speed graph, a predator's speed spikes high initially, but immediately crashes towards zero as they exhaust themselves. The human line, however, remains completely flat and continuous. This is the exact math behind what we call persistence hunting. By combining this insane stamina with group coordination, humans tracked a single, much faster animal for hours or even days. The animal would sprint, overheat, rest, and then be forced to sprint again until it literally collapsed and died from a heat stroke. A weak group of humans could systematically walk a massive target to death.
Fire, simple tools, and endless stamina triggered a massive trophic shift. Early humans stopped scavenging leftovers and rapidly transitioned into apex hypercarnivores at the very top of the food chain. We started hunting the absolute largest creatures on the planet, including massive mammoths and giant sloths. When you look at the charts, as human fires spiked dramatically, the megafauna populations dropped precipitously.
This strongly supports the overkill hypothesis. Humans were burning the landscape, manipulating the environment, and basically starving out competing predators by monopolizing the largest prey. Massive predators like saber-toothed cats and dire wolves died out simply because a hairless biped systematically consumed all their food sources.
The evolutionary edge of humanity was never about our physical strength or speed. It was our cognitive capacity to analyze a biological game we were built to lose, step completely outside its parameters, and rewrite the rules of survival forever. What do you think about this incredible evolutionary journey? Are we still using our brains to hack the modern world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this video blew your mind, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. See you in the next one.